What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of the Hall of Game. I was without power for close to 37 hours, and so the videos that you guys saw me posting on YouTube were videos that were already uploaded and pre-recorded and edited. So, what happened is I had to walk to another neighborhood to charge my phone up so I could release those videos out. So that's kind of how that happened. So that's why I haven't been live in like the last 3 or 4 days because we've been working and we've been having some power outage issues. But glad to be here again, brothers. Thank you for coming in. Make sure you like the video. Today we got a late night show. We'll be dealing with Dr. D's topic. My family didn't believe in me at first, but now I got money. Pretty much they all owe me. What should I do or how should I handle this? So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Let me introduce first Hassani Ali, and then we'll go ahead with Dr. D and we'll get into the topic.
Hassani Ali from the D, your men's motivational coach, speaker, and advocate and blogger. Definitely looking to get into this one because this is going to be a fun one. Don't forget to check out Coach Ali's Corner when you get a second. Make sure you subscribe and let's get into it.
All right. Go ahead, Dr. D.
Hello, everybody. This is Dr. D coming straight from South Carolina. Like Coach Ali said, this is going to be a great video because this is something that all Black men, you are going to face this problem. So we're going to try our best to prepare you and help you reason with the ignorant people that you're going to counter with this.
All right. No problem, man. Guys, thank you so much for coming here today. Dr. D, what was the inspiration for this topic?
Well, the inspiration for this topic, I listened to all of your videos, man. I'm a huge fan. And I was going on Coach Ali's channel and listening to his videos, and just being a Black man myself, I listened to all of the stuff we talk about. This is an area that a lot of Black men, if you talk to them, the first thing if you ask a lot of Black men when they become successful and you ask them, hey man, who believed in you to get to this point? Most of them would tell you nobody ever believed in me. They rather give my cousin money to get out of jail than to help me buy my books for college or to help me pay for a certification. So that's the inspiration behind this topic because, Black men, as O'Shea has stated in numerous videos, we are giving. We like to help out people. But you also got to remember those sleepless nights you had. You have to remember those nights where you didn't have any money, you didn't have a car, you didn't have books, you didn't have food to eat. You got to remember who was in the trenches with you. 9 times out of 10, your girlfriend gonna leave you, your wife may leave you, your family gonna leave you. But you're gonna always remember it was me by myself. So most of the people that didn't put in always want to get something from you. And this is just a common problem that I've noticed Black men experience.
All right. Now that's a great. Thank you, Tony Davis. Shout out to Tony with the 99.99. That's always what Tony is doing. I'm gonna go ahead while these brothers are talking too. I gotta make the people moderators from the group to the Facebook page. But go ahead, brother Ali.
So just to kind of go to further reiterate what Dr. D was saying is that a lot of brothers go through something where they struggle by themselves, but when they get successful and they start making the income, or even get to the point of wealthy, then everybody has their hand out and expected for you to give to them, even when it's not even your immediate family members. You have community members or people in your community saying, hey brother, I have this this charity that I need you to donate to help out the cause. And you're sitting here like, well, what's in it for me if I give to it? And they're pitching to you like, oh, well, you should do it for the community. We could really use the resources to help people, get off their feet. And you're looking like, no one helped me get on my feet. So why should I have to donate my money to people who are struggling? I struggle just like them. I just made it out. And, it sounds selfish, but at the same time, you have to pat yourself on the back and say, hey, I made it. If I want to give, I'm going to give, out of my own kindness. You're not going to force me or guilt me or shame me into donating to your cause, or don't giving out bail money, for Pookie to get out of jail, just because you feel like that's a reasonable cause. Hell no. My money goes to where I feel like it needs to go, and you have no right to try to dictate where my money goes because you didn't earn it.
Yeah, let me jump in this. Typically I just let me see if we get Tony Maceo to come up here too, so I can basically moderate. But thank you, Brother Sam Miami. He says, I'm from the family where the ladies and girls get all the support, but the men and boys have to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. And you know what? Let me talk about this. Shout out to Big Mike Clemens in the building for Chicago. This comment that Brother Sam I am is very dear to me, right? Because this is true. Now, I'm from a family where I didn't have any sisters. We just had all boys, right? So my mother and father had all boys. My dad, he was getting his hoe on, so he has, sisters on that other side, right? But I didn't like I really claim them or anything like that, except for one. But that's another story. So my mother was focused on me and my development because I was the only children that she had. What up, Charlie and Clay Pro? I'm gonna read them in a minute. Thank you so much. But a lot of times Black men just don't have the expectations to be anything. Our standards, for the most part, from our family and friends, we're not supposed to really turn out to be anything for the most part. Like, get a regular job, shut the fuck up, pay some bills, and basically help your mom and your wife or whoever else. Pretty much you're just a tool for the family. And, if your sister go out there and get a raggedy ass boyfriend and, she gets a situation where she get fucked up, you're supposed to go over there and fight the nigga. Like, this is what Black men are used for in the Black community. We're like second-class citizens for the most part. And, but when you start to have dreams for yourself, it's almost like, how dare you, right? And I did a video talking about that same thing that you mentioned, Dr. D, about, CJ King was bragging as a lawyer, but the woman who went to Harvard and became a single mother, she was doing the same thing. Nobody said anything about that. And the thing about it is, if you do happen to make it, you are the big bailout. I mean, don't believe me? We all watch sports. Look at the NFL draft. Look at the white players. I think Steven Jackson made this point. Look at the Black players. The Black players, they're the ones always crying. White players don't cry when they get drafted. Like, look at Joe Burrow. He was like, oh, wow, I'm getting drafted in the first round. But no, his dad is already cool. His mom, they already have an intact family. The reason why a Black man has to cry, and Brother Andre, you definitely welcome. I don't know if you was up to come up, is because, you niggas didn't believe in me, but now I got to take care of all you motherfuckers. Like, this is the work that I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, and then now, with my assets and skill sets, I got to take care of all you niggas that haven't done shit for your motherfucking self. It's the truth. That's why you see Black NFL players, NBA players, they cry when they get drafted. Because why? It's like, damn, some folks may have supported me, but I know I'm the only way out for the rest of these people. And this is how Black men become broke. When Black men, and I have to even say that myself, if I didn't have certain people to look out for, and I really don't, thank God, I mean, not as bad as it, some other people do. But if I was just worried about me, and if my family and my mom and dad would have stuck together, I don't have that pressure of, man, I got to move back to California and go help my parents and go help my mom and help everybody do this. But see, that's the thing. That's why a lot of Black men in the middle class can't go to upper class. And I'm going to tell you why it is. It's because of helping too many people. That's why if you even look at even in the African community, I don't know, being along with it, talk to some of the Haitian guys, talk to some of the Nigerian guys, and they can go middle class and they can go upper class. What keeps them broke? Their fucking families. That's what keeps them broke. Because the difference between a white middle class person and a Black middle class person, the white middle class person ain't got to help their family out. The Black middle class man, the first thing he doing is helping his fucking family out. Number one. Everybody know what I'm talking about, unless you come from a upper middle class family. But if you like me and daddy fucked their money up, mama fucked their money up, the first thing that the family is looking for to help them is you. So all the shit that you want to do And you have that pressure of trying to help these niggas out. And here's the situation. You can never help some motherfucking niggas out enough. They're going to always be fucked up. You can make millions of dollars and you can never help these niggas out enough. Ever. And a lot of times, your family don't have expectations. It might not also be what a ragu. It might not be like they don't believe in you, but they didn't know that your potentials could go to where it went. And that's the problem when you're dealing with your family is now they want to reap the benefits of that, especially the ones who had nothing to do with it. And also, let me say this, Dr. D, and also friends. Friends are like that, man. Like, it's just the truth, man. Let me get some shout outs and I'll turn it back over to you, Dr. D. Salute to Brother O'Shea in the Hall of Game. And let me know if you want to be moderated up in the group. Dominic, thank you, Nick Penn. Broke 5, broke bet investing. Tell everybody you don't got it. Probably know what's good. Coming from the Thomas. What's up, man? It's like you're at the Thomas High School right there. Let me see. Brother Sam, I am, and I had Mr. Brother Clay Pro. Ask Pookie to share that crack pocket. I bet you he say no. Let me ask you this. What about you, Dr. D? Like, how do you handle this? Because, obviously, with our families, we even African Americans that are poor and are successful, we still go to the same church, same barbecues. It's not like white folks, how they cut their family off altogether and shit. But we still interconnected with our families not doing well. How do we handle that?
Well, one of the things I did when I was a little bit younger, I started already telling people no. I already started the process. No, I don't have it. If somebody calls me now, before they can get a word, I ain't got no money. The conversation starting already. I ain't got no money, can't help you do anything. And see how they'll get you. For instance, we all have had family members call us. The light place, your lights gonna get cut off at 5. They calling you at 4:30. Hey, cuz, you think you can loan me that money? They gonna cut my lights off. Can't do a damn thing for you, cuz. I mean, what you want me to do? You calling me at 4:30 talking about your lights about to get cut off. Meanwhile, 2 or 3 weeks ago, you took one of them stock trips over there to the Dominican Republic to trick on all them hoes. So you didn't think your light bill was that important. So when we were going to school, let me take it back to this. In every family, there are cousins that try to do good. And those cousins will tell their other cousins, hey, man, how about y'all go to school, man? And the first thing they're going to say, man, I ain't trying to go to school to do nothing. And you look at them and tell them, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? You going to sell drugs? You going to be a bum? Or you going to work a manufacturing job or whatever? That doesn't work out. Next thing you know, they hit you up because I need to borrow some money. And then they put you in that, they use that reverse psychology, man. You work hard, man. $150 ain't a lot of money to you. In the back of your mind, you're like, shit, it is a lot of money to me. It's my money. If I want to go blow
yes. Say that again, brother.
Hey, cuz, they guilt trip you and say, hey, cuz, I know $150 ain't a lot of money to you, but in the back of your mind, you like, shit, that's a lot of fucking money. You like, I could go spend $150 on something I want to do for myself. And they want you to come give your money freely. And you think when you're sitting there in the middle of the night, we all went to school. It's nights like Sunday nights like this where you got a test to where you staying up all damn night to study for a test to try to pass. And you text them, they at the club on a Sunday night buying hoes, drinks, and weed and shit, not getting anything to do with their life. So you have to go ahead and start the process. Some of y'all brothers too, I saw somebody in the comments say you gotta don't floss. Okay, for instance, if you have the money, I know people will disagree with this. I wouldn't go around my family talking about anything I do. I would say, man, I'm struggling too. It's sad. You have to talk down what you do because if they really know.
Say it again.
You have to talk down what you do. You don't tell them I'm a lawyer, man, and I'm making $400 or $500 an hour. Don't brag. For one, your family will set your ass up to get robbed. Number two.
Say it again. These niggas don't want to hear that.
Your family will set your ass up to get killed. These hoes, like Meteor tutorials and reviews, that chick, the story he told, I'm glad he didn't, that happened to him. That happened, and he was able to get out of that. Because I am telling you, man, that could have went very, very bad for him. These hoes you niggas fuck with at the club, they will set you up. You got your S550 Benz, think you flossing. Niggas and ski masks pull up with the choppers and put a bullet in your head. You
know
cannot go around
that's right.
flossing. You go drive a Pinto to the club. You don't have no money. Tell them you a janitor. Tell them anything. You don't sit there and make stuff hype, because I don't know how it is everywhere else, but in the state of South Carolina and Georgia, if you're a state employee, people can look up your salary. Certain professions, motherfuckers can find out what you make. And that's the scary part. So you never tell your family members what you really do.
Whew. Let me just shout out to them, brother car designer Chris, Dr. Andow, the good emergency medical doctor out of New York, says, "Amen." Car designer Chris, real talk. Go ahead, brother Ali.
Man, why did Dr. D have to take my talking points, man?
Man, I know that was enough to save the entire Sacramento right there.
Right, that damn doctor, that PhD man got him all the way on stage, but he's absolutely right. You definitely have to downplay what you do. Even with me, like when my wife and I, when we coach and we do public speaking events, I tell my family, she tells her family, oh, we just do a little, speaking. We kind of say it like a side gig, because when you say a gig, it doesn't sound as successful as I'm a full-time relationship marriage coach, that kind of thing. But I just say, yeah, I work. I clocked in today. I'm taking my lunch. So I'm still downplaying that. What I do is full entrepreneurship, but in their mind, I'm just still working. Maybe I'm a coach for like a company or something. But I'm gonna give you brothers a real life story, because I'm prepping a brother right now who's going through the similar situation. My financial advisor and his wife both passed away within 2 years, and their son is about 21. And he's on his way to becoming, well, he's already there, but he's a professional wrestler. And a lot of people laughed at him, like, that's not a real job. You're, still trying to live your childhood. Why don't you grow up and get a real job? But what they don't know is he's on the cusp of getting a WWE contract. And Vince McMahon got big money, so he is on his way to getting a very lucrative deal, based on how he does. I guess they do like shadow matches. I don't really know how it goes, but I was telling them, for the family members who were telling him that, is that you still do sideshows. Don't let them know what your wrestling name is. Don't let them know that you're going to be on TV if this pops off. But you downplay your wrestling. He makes okay money now, as a 21-year-old, but getting that type of contract for the WWE, is a big step, especially for someone who's only been wrestling for about a year. And I'm letting him know what's going to be ahead of him. All the chicks that played him when he was at Eastern Michigan, here, and it's in Ypsilanti. It's about an hour away from Detroit. All the people who downplayed his profession like it's not a real job. And now that you're going to see this brother on TV, all those people are going to start, asking for handouts and free tickets, to stuff that they told him that they didn't enjoy, that wrestling's for kids. And I let the brother know that, your parents instructed you to follow your dream no matter what it is. And his parents were well off. They were both financial advisors. They were both, millionaires. They had multiple properties. And so this brother, it's not like he, would had to have dealt with his parents, but it's the other family who judged him, for following this dream. And so I'll close it with this, is that I can't wait to see that brother sign that contract, because once he does, all those family members that were talking greasy about him, who left him isolated, during the time his parents were passing, and no one checked on him while he was grieving, that brother about to be on top, and he don't have to ever associate with those people ever again. And I'm happy for him.
That is awesome.
You know what? Let me shout out some of the people. Thank you guys so much for the support. Let me just shout out to the Super Chat for Freelance, Ronan, Uncle Freelance, Pocket Watching. A productive black man is real. They're always trying to count money that isn't theirs. Hide every dollar, keep a rose in secret. Yarley Moyes, my brother. O'Shea, my dog. Good to see you, family. Xavier Mathis. Send my congrats to that brother and good luck to him. The ghost, I got robbed by my daddy. Declaration, thank you for the support, man. I appreciate everybody here. Let me say this also. One of the things that I mean, number one, when I was living in Sacramento, I was never, I don't really have a whole lot of family in Sacramento besides my mom and my grandmother. Most of my family is in Southern California, but I will say this. One of the things that you can do, and if you're from the black community and you want to really try to spread your wings, usually you're going to end up in another city that's not where you're from. I think that's almost for sure. For all brothers, like, for example, I was talking to Ron Miles earlier today. He's from Youngstown, but he don't live there. Nick Taylor's from Detroit, but he don't live there. I'm from Sacramento, California. I'm way far from there right now. Usually the reason why you leave home for a reason. And a lot of times that could be, can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, a lot of times that could be because, you're tired of the city, but usually they're going to be opportunity. Men are going to move to where opportunities are, and we don't have a problem getting, acclimated to a new space. So usually you're going to have to leave, like the Bible says, like Jesus said, a prophet has really never left his own hometown. One of the things you might need to do is leave. I can tell you, because if you leave, people forget about you a lot more than if you're there, if you're in the same city, you got a lot of money, you have a big fan. I mean, all those factors are, come into that, you know what I'm saying? Your family is big, all of that. But sometimes it's good for you to leave, right? Like, and once you leave, people forget about you. It's the truth. If I wasn't doing YouTube, a lot of my friends in Sacramento, they would have forgot about me by now. People that would be contacting you is your mom and stuff like that. But for most other people, a lot of brothers just need to, find a new place. There's opportunities. Like one time I was hearing a brother talk about their opportunities in North Dakota, Montana, South Dakota, Minnesota. Niggas didn't want to go. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to go, man? Of course you should go. A lot of times you need to go to places where you can reinvent yourself. You can start over sometimes. You don't have the stress of, people knowing you from where you're at. You can start anew. And that's a lot of things that a lot of black men need to do is just simply just leave. Sometimes it's better to leave, and you ain't got to tell them why you leaving, just leave. They'll forget about you sooner or later. And as long as you don't do this, and one thing I have a problem with, and I found out in Africa, and I'm gonna just say this. When I'm in Africa, like I have a accommodating spirit, right? Like I'm a person that likes to, be fair, help people out. And one of the things that you have to do is that might be your downfall. People will always take from you if you allow them, and that's something I have to notice about myself. I'm always trying to help somebody. But as I've gotten, older and stuff, I don't help as many people as I used to, right? And it's not because I'm being mean. It's just because it's just not fruitful. Most people you're going to help, it won't help them, right? Like it's the right people to help. So you got to keep in mind when you go to the new place, you're going to have to get around the people who do believe in you. Change the network up and get away from the people who wasn't fucking with you. It's just, like I said, when you start doing those things, it just comes natural. You guys want to weigh in on that?
Yeah. You do have to get around family. We've talked about this on numerous shows. If you have a scholarship or an opportunity to go to school in Oregon or Idaho, a lot of people would turn it down. It's to get you from around your family. Most family are not going to get on a plane and go through 2 or 3 concourses to come see you. Even though the plane ticket could be $550, and you'll tell them, I will pay for you to come see me. They'll say, nah, man, I ain't about to come all the way out there to see you. So getting from around your family is the best thing. And another thing is, too, since we all back in here, one of the first places that's gonna ask you for money when they know you made it is your black church. The pastor gonna call you. And they gonna say, sister, they gonna say, Brother Jackson, we know you you're a VP at General Motors up there, brother, and the church was trying to get a van. We know you know all kinds of folks. Can you work it out so we can get a van? And you're like, you gonna call me trying to get y'all a van, a 15-passenger van? That's how your black church try to come to you. Every black church got a building fund that been there since 1982 that ain't even a foundation there for yet. So they are going to try to get money from your black church, your home church. That's one place I know personally you have to stay away from to make a lot of money. You find a church, you could go to, but your home church gonna try to get all your money. And I noticed another thing, a lot of the guys, and here shout out to the cats in the military. If you guys are in the military, you don't tell anybody you're in the military, especially you guys that get 100% disabled. You don't tell anybody that, well, I get $6,000 or $7,000 a month to sit at home. You don't never tell anybody that. Because a lot of guys that go to in the military, that happens. They go to war, to go through all that basic and everything, and you will find women that say, most women. I was telling Coach Ali, I live close to Augusta, Georgia. Anybody that's been in the military, they have Fort Gordon, which is home of the signal towers for the United States military. A lot of the guys around the area go around Augusta, and the women say, "I want me a military man," because it's security. It's a guaranteed paycheck. So a lot of you guys going to have to play that down too. Say, "Nah, I ain't in the military. I'm a street sweeper or something." That kind of stuff will save you a lot of trouble down the line, because it is sad when it is sad when a lot of stuff happens. You're the first person they come to. And I don't like to see black men get used, because, as we've always said, black men don't get any help, period. But everybody feel they can take a piece of the pie when you made it. Like, well, Brother O'Shea made it, Brother Ali made it, Brother Hatchet made it, Brother Patrick made it. Hey, come on over here and talk to us and give us some money. Don't let people use you. And I'm gonna pass it to somebody else.
Let me read this. Shout out to Uncle Gary in Canada. If you're from the community and make it, do not go back to where you're from. 90% of those who go back usually get killed or go broke. Most of us who make it, family has nothing to do with success. Now that's coming from a guy in Toronto, right? So that's a Canadian brother talking like that. So shout out to Gary out there in Toronto. Go Raptors. Let me read this. The Ghost got robbed by my daddy, Xavier Mathis. Send my congrats to that brother and good luck to him. Thank you, brothers. Go ahead, brother Andre.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Oh shit, thanks for having me as always. Get the fuck out of your hometown. Leave that bitch, right? If you want to go back later in life, that's up to you. There's a direct correlation between averageness and not leaving your area. People just... Ever talk to someone who's always talking about high school 5, 10, 20 years later at middle school? Oh, remember how much fun we had? Yo, that was like 8 phases ago. There's this thing, right? It's like your brain is almost capped off subconsciously if you do not leave your hometown, at least for a little while. If you want to stay... I want you to take a poll on this one. For anyone watching this one live or the replay. For people who aren't happy with their lives, who aren't happy with their income, who aren't happy with their friend circle, if I had to bet, the majority of them have never left their hometown for an extended time period. The majority of them probably live in the same town within like a 5-mile radius of where they grew up. Here's the thing about family. Family sees you as they used to see you. Family sees you as you were at 8, as you were at 10, as you were at 20, as you were at 30. That's how they view you. You need new people who don't have a preconceived notion of you. And you might have been a fuck up. Like, you might have been the problem. And you want to reinvent yourself. but they're gonna remind you of all the fuck up things that you've done before. Nah, leave that bitch. Leave that bitch. You want to go back to help and some money? That was great. But if you are not happy with your life, more times than not, it's people who have not left their hometown for an extended time period. They want to stay there. Their average is held. They're stagnant. Best thing I did was leave there. Best thing I did. Left that home. That's what I got.
No, good points. Let me go ahead, Ali. I'm gonna just give me a few seconds.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so shout out to one of my neighbors, Draymond Green from the Warriors. When he went to the NBA, his high school kept in contact with him, saying, "Help, brother Draymond. Our school, our gym needs renovations. The basketball team needs new uniforms. You'll be an asset to the high school if you donate all this money." And thinking about it, for the kids who play at the school, first of all, don't public schools get government funding, and shouldn't the parents be the ones supplying their kids with jerseys or whatever? And so I don't know if he ended up doing it or not, but I remember that was one of the first things that he was basically he was griping about when he was getting started with his career. It was that everybody was already asking for money and he was just getting established. And the funny thing is sometimes people don't always pocket watch. Sometimes they don't ask you for money. Sometimes they see you as a resource. And shout out to former NFL linebacker Lamar Woodley. He bought a school in Saginaw, Michigan. For those who know Bernard Riley, that's where he's from and where we're from, where I'm from originally. And people were coming up to Lamar Woodley, basically trying to get people to come scout their children from the University of Michigan. And mind you, he played under Lloyd Carr. There's been several coaching changes since then. And so, people will always find a way to find an upper hand from somebody who made it and never want to, find a way to basically give them a good reason as to why. I know O'Shea and I and Dr. D were talking about doing a piece about how to impress people of higher prestige. And one thing we talked about is you got to come with something to that makes the transaction valuable to them too. But since we have this handout type of mentality, we always want to wait for someone to make it and have them distribute their own resources. That's not how it works. You spent all the time waiting when you could have built your own success story or success track, and you could manage your money how you want to. Again, usually when people are building their own platforms or activist projects, they always are looking for other people to hand out the money to fund their projects, but they never want to come out of their own pocket to at least get it started. And typically when you get it started by your own merit and people see the traction with it, they usually get behind it. But again, they look at you as an easy payout. And you should always say no to those type of people, because that's exactly how Brother Andre was saying, is they have a preconceived notion of you that, this brother will help me out. This brother has always been kind. This brother has always been charitable. But no, not this time. They can find other ways to fund their own projects.
Yeah, so we as black men have to know when to help and who to help when. Everybody is not our assignment. Everyone is not our project. And here's the thing about help. So when I started making at the time good money salary wise, I was not 20, 21 or so. I was giving money to someone on a continuous basis. My dad had said to me, You got to stop doing that because they aren't good with money. And I was like, well, I feel bad. And I gave that person a budget list to help them budget their money. They didn't even look at it. So I said, yeah, you're right. So I had to stop giving that person money. Now, if I would have kept on doing it, I would have got my first house. Who knows what the hell I would have done? So you have to know who to help and when. And one of the best ways to help people is by, let me go back a step. If you are making it financially and you do want to help people in your friend circle or family circle who's not giving money, invest money for them and don't tell them. So I have money invested for people. I haven't told them it. So when the assets mature, they'll get some residual money from those assets. Now, for anybody in the chat, anyone listening, is it would you have rather $500 or $1,000 that you would have blown from a person, or would you have rather than put that money into an income producing asset, whether it be stocks or a piece of property or something, and allow you to help? And that will gain you some residual income from it. So we have to be very wise, we have to be very smart, and we might have to say no for a few years before we can really start helping. And that strategy has worked for me. So I put the money away. In a few years, they'll get some kickbacks from the money. And look, they're helped. And I don't have to continuously shell out the money because I invested it properly for them.
Okay. No. Great points. And guys, thank you for being here. Make sure you like the video. Let me ask you, brothers, this. I'm going to start with Dr. D. So a lot of times, okay, family is one thing, but then you also have friends. And niggas, we got play cousins. You know how niggas are. Right? Everybody our cousin. That's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. That's my sister. You know how that is, right? And a lot of times, friends, we communicate many times more than family. Like, especially if because I've been living away from home for like 5 years now. I hate talking to my family on the phone. Not that I don't like them, I just don't like talking to them motherfuckers. Because I've been around y'all all my life. I still need to breathe. But I do have some friends that I still talk to, and your friends, you might tell some intimate things about yourself that you wouldn't tell to your family. A lot of times, friends know things about you that your family don't know. And a lot of times when you're doing well, these are the people that you confide in, because sometimes it's kind of hard to keep all the stuff to yourself. You want to share your successes with people that you think, and obviously, your friends are the people that you think that might be genuinely believing in you. You might feel more comfortable talking to them than your family, but how can that go wrong? Would you be advisable on that? What do you think about that?
Well, with friends, as you start to work hard, one of the things you need to look at with the group of friends you got around you, as the old saying goes, as you get older, the true people in your life, you're gonna be able to count them on one hand. So all these friends you have, they're gonna disappear. You start to work hard and dig in. Watch what the friends do. If they're always bitching, they're always complaining, you need to start cutting them off one by one, because that lets you know if they're not doing anything now and you the dude that makes it, they will say, cuz I've been down with you for 20 years. This is my bro right here, man. All these niggas can do is go talk to the people at the club or something and get you in for free. These niggas have no resources. They have no power. They cannot do anything in life. So the same thing with your family. You need to get rid of some of your family. When you start to work hard, notice when you have things to do and notice who start talking shit to you. Notice the people that seem kind of jealous like, because they will throw little side hints to you like, yeah, man, you working real hard, man. You don't have time for us, cuz. You like, man, I got to get to it. I got to make money because you niggas ain't going to try to take care of me. And they'll say little sideways remarks.
You do not have time for them. You do not have time for them. No, they will drain that shit. Absolutely not.
And your family would do the same thing to you too. They guilt trip you. So one of the things a lot of you Negroes make the mistake doing, you do all your dirt with your homeboy, And when he can't get nothing from you, he go tell about the side piece. He go tell all the business to the family, blast you on Facebook. And the first thing you think, I thought we was boys. When you can't give him any money or any resources, he gonna put you on blast. So you have to watch who you do things with too. I tell every black man right that now, because your homeboy go dig up shit from 20 years from now and go say, man, remember cuz you was lying to all them chicks talking about you had money? Yeah, they'll bash you because usually your homeboy, your friends, or whatever you want to call them, y'all do the most dirtiest stuff together. Y'all cheat on chicks together. Y'all try to do all types of crazy shit. You go to strip clubs when you ain't supposed to be going through them. So they're gonna blast you out. You have to realize this friend next to me, if I become successful, will they snitch on me and turn on me or try to go do dirt with me? I mean, try to tell, a dog that'll bring a bone and carry a bone, as they say. So your friends will do that to you. As you're starting to move up, please start to separate yourself. Now, don't become successful and bring all these niggas with you and say, man, I'm going to start to get rid of them. Nah, they know. When you graduate from college, don't invite none of them niggas. When you graduate from grad school, don't invite none of them niggas. When you make big business deals, don't invite none of them niggas. If you don't have a girl or a wife to celebrate with, celebrate by your damn self. Go to the Waffle House. You don't go any place and celebrate shit with nobody that don't need to be known about. That doesn't need to know about it. Already go ahead and start to do this. You're going to save yourself a lot of headache and a lot of money because your family and friends go be your worst enemies at the end.
Yeah, go ahead, Andre.
Childhood friends and family are the people who will keep you stagnant the most. Your family, you know what? Most black parents are their child's worst enemy in terms of success. Most black parents, they want their kids to be average. They don't want their kids to be great. They want their kids to be safe and average. Safe and average for black. Like that's good enough for a whole lot of parents. You have to be so serious about your advancement, it hurts. You have to be so freaking serious because you're gonna have so many points of opposition from limited-minded people. So often you have to have such a serious threshold to block things out from good people. People can be really good people without limiting beliefs. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
People can be very good-hearted people, but they have a limited belief system. And for us, we got our own bullshit. We got racism. We got special ed in school. We got all this other stuff. We have to overcome so much stuff. Like, there are some people who I can't tell about my success because I can't even risk their negative energy. I can't even internalize it. I can't risk it. For me, as an entrepreneur, my energy and my enthusiasm is one of my best assets, right? So if you're chronically down and you give up on life, I can't let that energy intercept me, man. I got to make $1,000 tomorrow. I got shit to do, man. Absolutely not.
Go ahead, Brother Ali. Good point.
Hey, Brother Andre coming with it today, man. He slanging on the Negroes today, man. I'm about to drop some in the collection plate. But what I will say is that for those who have soft hearts, because I know I'm one of those brothers, if people are asking you for money, family, friends, you may not necessarily have to give them money. But if you feel like if you feel that inclined to help them, you can at least give them some kind of a direction. And be like, hey, brother, how do you do what you do? Give them a book. It's a small $10, $15 investment, and say, hey, read this book and get back with me once you're done reading it. If they actually read it and they actually comprehend what's going on, then maybe you may be able to help them a little more. Sign up for this class. If you're into investing, if you're into day trading or forex trading, and they sign up for the class, and they show that they really want to do better and need direction, that will be the only time I would say, okay, I can help this brother out because he's hungry and he actually wants better for himself. He just needs a little bit of direction on how to get there. So I can at least give him a couple crumbs and, the yeast and see if he makes his own bread.
That's good. Give them a little something to help them feed themselves. So here's where I went wrong for a lot of years. I would do that, but I would get down on myself if they wouldn't take action. So I internalized their lack of progress, and I took it personally because I'm a natural motivator person. So I would take it personally, and I would get down when they wouldn't take action. And that's where I have to kind of cut the cord mentally, per se, and say, hey, look, I'm going to do my best and I'm going to leave the rest. So I'm at peace if they don't try to change. I'm at peace. It used to get me down, so I have to make some adjustments.
Well,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna add to it, and we were talking about this backstage. I don't know if a lot of the guys in the chat, we were talking about this. The economy, due to the quarantine, lost 20.5 million jobs. And what you fellas got to realize, you successful brothers, you think your phone about to be off the hook, it's about to ring crazy because there are going to be a lot of people that their job is gone permanently, and you got your shit together. So they're about to come run to you, females and male cousins, friends you ain't talked to. So please, brothers, be wary of that because that is coming. And the thing is, we haven't seen the worst of what's to come out the economy. This is just for the last couple of months. It's going to have to get even worse before it gets even better. So just be aware of that.
Go ahead, brothers. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Andre.
So speaking of the economy, this is a great time. This is just another show, but we touch on it real quick. This is a great time to learn some needed businesses. So my business, I've been doing well. I've actually been doing my sales actually have been going up, and a lot of my students has as well. And I actually dropped the link in the chat box if anyone wants to check it out for my mobile notary course. I had a student, he signed up like 3 weeks ago. He hit me on Twitter. He made his first $50 in 10 minutes, he said, of working. So if anyone's looking for a needed business, the course is usually $500. If you use the link in the chat, it's only $200. So that's a good way for you guys to make some consistent money with a needed business. And now is the time to look at needed stuff. Now isn't the time for over-the-top passion and all that stuff, right? Now's the time to look at some needed streams of revenue to help bring in, because things might get crazy. Things will get crazy out there. I'm not sure how crazy and when, but my opinion is things will get crazy. So if you're looking at buying a house, make sure the house has a finished basement in it, or maybe a duplex or a multi-unit property to get some income coming in, because things are going to get a little bit wild.
All right, let me just do this here. Let me shout out to some of the brothers on the super chat. B Artist, thanks O'Shea for having these brothers chats. They do help and me get a different viewpoint. Much love from Raleigh, North Carolina. Thank you so much. And all you brothers out there that'd like to support, you can do so by the super chat. You can do so by liking the video. Don't just be saying, that's real information. Give me the money, nigga. I know you got it. Y'all only fans. Shit, I'm like you ain't got no $5 for me, nigga. I know you niggas got money. At first, I wasn't gonna push it, but when these chicks talking about they making $50,000 in 3 weeks, oh, you got money for me too, nigga. So go ahead on and put it on the super chat. I don't want to hear it. Give me all your money, nigga. I know you got it. I know you niggas got it. Let me just say this. As far as what, like Andre was talking about, what kills black people, black men in general, you got to understand, like, for most of us, we start off at a lesser advantage, right? And I was just talking about, I was reading actually about middle-class South Africans, because, since the ANC took over in 94 till now, there was a emergence of Black middle class, upper middle class South Africans in South Africa, more so than ever before, right? Because before they were kept out, but now there's this new growth and blacks are starting to compete in South Africa at record levels. But there was a problem. The black South Africans that were coming into the middle class were still poorer than the whites. And they wanted to look at why that is. Well, because the blacks in South Africa were still helping out their poor families in the villages and many things, while the white South Africans, their family didn't want to depend on them so much because they were already established. So the white South Africans were able to go directly into home ownership. They're able to go directly into investments. They're able to go directly into all of those things. While the middle class black South Africans with the same education, making the same amount of money, could not do so. I want brothers to really understand that because we're really not so far from that also. Many of us are the people in the black community that give money back. Like, it's amazing how much money that we do give back. We make money to give it back, and we're giving it back to the family, to the friends, to whoever else, right? Because especially if you're doing really well and people know it, that's you, right? Because most men, we don't go out and buy, for the most part, a lot of fancy shit. I mean, we might here and there, but really, the money that we're spending on is on these hoes, mama and them. If you got kids, some of you niggas are spending money on kids that ain't yours. So we got to really understand why a lot of black people still don't have assets. And it's not racism. Racism is not the only problem that's keeping, a lot of professional black men or middle-class black men out. What's not talked about is a lot of black men in the middle class and upper classes are still giving money that never comes back to them. That's one of the reasons why blacks are still not flourishing. That's one of the reasons. It's one thing to come out of the poverty and go to the middle class, but then you can't use the middle class money to go to, investments, the 401, the Roths and all that stuff, as much as the other people that do that. So we got to also look at another thing that's draining black male wealth is the family, right? And that's another reason. It's not just white people as to why we can't catch up. We're wasting a lot of money on our families too. Like, that's one thing we got to talk about. It's a tough conversation. It always get blamed on racism, but that's another situation we got to talk about. Shout out to Brother Benjamin D'Souza. Watch out for the family members who say money isn't everything. That's your problem. You focus too much on money. Thank you, Brother Benjamin. Go ahead. Who wants to jump in on that?
That's funny. So here's my strategy for this, right? I'm not against giving money to family members or friends. My thing is have the assets given to them. So here goes the scenario, right? So if I have different income streams or systems, right? So let's just say I have somebody, I love them, they're my family, but they're just bad with money. They're a great person, but they're bad with money. I can give them money every month out of my paycheck or business income, or I can not give them any money for 2 or 3 years. I can go buy a condo, an Airbnb condo or a duplex, whatever, that generates, let's just say, $2,000 in a month after all expenses. Now, I can give them money now on a consistent basis from that asset that I just have to put the down payment and closing costs on. So if it costs me $10,000 to get into the property, now the property is giving me $1,500 or $2,000 a month. Now I can take care of that person with an asset, not my earned income. So I am on the team of help people here and there, or have a few people who you help a lot, but not out of your earned income. Because if you stop working, if COVID hits your job, you can't help anybody. So say no now so you can help them later with unearned income, asset income.
Anybody else?
Coach Ali, you want to go ahead?
Man, that was actually a wonderful gem. I wouldn't even have thought about that. But no, Brother Andre is right. Is to use that kind of strategy where you can save up, some income or equity in a home or a project in order to help somebody out in the long run. Because when you think about when people give money, They usually give it when they have an abundance of it, where they can shell out a couple $1 million, and it's nothing to them because they have something going for them where they can make that money back, or it's a tax write-off, depending on who you're talking to and what the intentions are. But again, I guess what we're trying to say is that have the right intent when you're giving, but also be careful when you're giving. If you do decide to give, because 9 times out of 10, you're thinking about all the times where people didn't believe in you, when you were struggling yourself. No one had the money or didn't want to give you the money. So a lot of times when you do move out of your hometown, make it, and you're on your own, you're doing well, you're not even thinking about these people. So when they call you, you're kind of in the mindset of, why are you even bothering calling me? And so again, we're not, like I said, for those with giving hearts, we're not saying, don't, be cold-hearted and not help somebody if they're in need, but just be mindful of the ramifications that are going to come behind it if you do decide to give. And for those who are like, you know what, I made it on my own, y'all can pull yourself up by your bootstraps because I did it on myself. That's okay too. The brothers, all three of the three of them that are up here have been through those situations and are giving you their experiences on when they have given to folks, and the blowback they were given, whether they didn't get those that money back, or they wasted it and they just kept coming back for more and more because they thought they were entitled to it. So just be mindful of who you're giving your money to. You know what I'm saying? If someone has been a loyal friend to you for years and years, somebody that you've actually built some equity with, like if a brother has loaned you money throughout the years, like it's okay to shell out a little bit because he's proven that he's a true friend to you. Again, just be mindful of those who have not done anything for you, but then have their hand out once you've made it to that threshold that they know that they'll never be able to achieve.
Right. No. That's excellent advice, brother Ali. Let me just say this. And for a lot of people, I want to talk about this, right? My godmother used to always say that God will make your enemies your footstool. You just better not put your foot on them. Let me just say this real quick, right? Because a lot of times when people don't believe in you and then you make it, it's the I told you show. It's the, it's time for me to throw it in your face. I mean, I get CJ King, while he was kind of doing that, making an example. But one of the things that we have to really be mindful of is that, it's not always necessary for you to throw it in people's face, like the people who should have supported you. And, I get it. There's some animosity towards those people because they should have done it. One of the things that you're going to have to understand is, okay, you made it and it's now business as usual. I get it why you can still be upset, right? Because a lot of us, we're lacking Black support. And that's why we want to create these spaces for Black men to be able to talk, for Black men to be able to do things and stuff like that. I mean, I get it. But at the same time, it's not for you to, be mad at them or to understand them. To be honest, let me tell you something, man. If that's the case, then Elon Musk is going to be mad. His family is going to be mad at him for certain reasons, even though he went to a great school and was rich. Jeff Bezos, right? Nobody expected these guys to do what they did because it's unimaginable. I mean, even Bill Gates' father probably would never think that my son's going to be a billionaire. He probably thought my son's going to be successful, but not to that level. So a lot of people are going to be shocked at the level that you're reaching to, right? And if those people who didn't believe in you, they told you this, they told you that, they didn't want to support you, it's not for you to have the conversation with these niggas about, well, fuck you then because you wasn't there then. Let me tell you like that, right? Once you make it and you've already proven yourself, you don't have to tell them nothing. Let your work speak for itself. I've had even people on my YouTube shit, man, your channel sucks. You can't do this. You can't do that. And, you know, like, I can't even listen to those people because I'm still here, right? And the same thing about my personal school, all that you failed a class here before or whatever. I don't listen to that. What I listen to is what I know that I'm going to be doing. And what I know is every day when I get up, I'm going to be closer to where I was the day before. That's it, right? I think a lot of black men, when we get success, we spend too much time in the dumps. We spend too much time trying to make people feel bad who didn't believe in them. Fuck them. I'm going to tell you that right now. As long as you believe in what you're doing, fuck them. It's not worth your energy. You know, to go back and tell these loser ass niggas that, oh, look at me now, look at where you been and all that shit. Listen, it's niggas that making millions of dollars that be in my comment section still mad at the black community. Fuck them. Fuck them. You put the hood on pause for a reason. I did a video called that. I put the hood on pause, right? And it's not taking shots at nobody. But listen, there's no reason to go back to that. Always look where you're going forward. You know, you left them niggas where they was for a reason. They didn't believe, you there. You think about it. Look at Tom Brady. I'm going to use him for an example. Do you think Tom Brady, I remember when Tom Brady was in the NFL draft. I remember that, right? Because I was like 16 or 17, right? I was like, you know what? The Cleveland Browns should, because, you know, Michigan would come on, Michigan and Notre Dame would be on ABC every week. I don't know if you guys remember that when they had, like you said, Lloyd Carr. When Lloyd Carr was the coach, Michigan had almost the most televised games besides Notre Dame. So I would see Tom Brady playing. I was like, man, this guy's good. I remember when the NFL combines, he ran the slowest 40. He was terrible. And he's going to go down as the greatest quarterback. Do you think Tom Brady goes around talking shit to people who didn't pick him? Like the 49ers wanted to pick Tom Brady. We took Gino Carmazzi's bum ass. I remember Gino Carmazzi didn't play one down in the NFL, which is crazy because Bill Walsh missed he missed 2 picks. He missed Jake Plummer a few years before that, and then he missed Tom Brady. Do you think that, and Tom Brady always wanted to play for the 49ers. Do you think Tom Brady is roasting the 49ers all the time? No. He don't give a fuck about the 49ers. He wanted to play there, true enough, but they didn't want him. Cool. I'm going to go out here and go to 9 Super Bowls, win 6 of these bitches, and that's what I'm doing. And I wish a lot more black men, you know, like if Tom Brady was black, what would black men be talking about? Yeah, you know, fuck the 49ers. These niggas, you know, every time I play y'all, I'm going to fuck you niggas up. That's what be us. And we got to understand, man, listen, people going to get it wrong about you. People got it wrong about Larry Holmes. You know, they got it wrong about Tim Hardaway. People got it wrong about, I mean, they're perfect. Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper got it wrong about Julio Jones. People got it wrong about Lamar Jackson. Look at how Lamar Jackson handles it. People talk about Lamar Jackson all the time. He should be a wide receiver. He should be this. Do you know what that young man is very, 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 very mature for his age. Because if that was me, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I would be talking a lot of shit. If I was Lamar Jackson, oh man, every time I know I'm petty like that. But you know what? Lamar Jackson let everything speak for itself. And a lot of black men, when you get into success, don't let it shock you that you got there. Just keep doing, because the main thing is here. You know you could do it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know you can do it, don't worry about what they gotta say. They'll come back kissing your ass later anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be your footstool. Don't worry about it. Them niggas is coming back. Oh man, I know you can do it, man. Look at you now, man. I'm so sorry about that. God will make your enemies your footstool. You just better not put your motherfucking foot on them. Hold on, let me say one thing. Darrell Peel, everybody I know needs some help. I believe they just want an easier, no responsibility check. Thank you, brother. Engineer life skills. Haven't seen you in a minute, brother. Easy. Separate the assets and liabilities from family members. Associate with the assets and send the rest straight to voicemail. They'll figure out real fast not to come at you with no game. Oh, did you see that right there? That's enough to save the entire Houston right there. Go ahead, brothers.
Well, excuse me. I watched videos on YouTube. I know 15 years ago, do y'all remember when Texas, the Longhorns beat USC? Like, probably to me, the greatest college football game ever. When they had that. Yeah, boy, that was a serious game. And at the end
in the Rose Bowl too. Beat him in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, oh man, that was a hell of a game. So Mac Brown gave a speech, and I said, man, you know what? I got to make sure when I get to a point, I don't do that. Mac Brown, if you could Google it on YouTube, I watched the speech at the last 6 minutes when they're in the locker room after they won. He said, I'm not going to cry because I expected to win. Black men, you got to expect to win. When good things happen to you, do not be like, oh, man, I'm going to be a tear. Fuck that. Expect to win. You earned it. You deserve to be here. Kevin Samuels talks about that all the time. You expect to win. You expect to be here. Have that confidence. And you have to let that protrude out into your personality and say, I expect to win. I expect to get the job done. And when you guys are talking, I was thinking about the analogy of an airplane. When you get on an airplane, one of the announcements they make, the lady says, secure your mask first before you secure everybody else's. You got to take care of yourself first before you take care of other people. You got to be selfish. Do not feel bad for being selfish, because I can tell you from firsthand experience, if my black ass get laid off from the government due to COVID-19, ain't there motherfucker gonna call and try to say, let me help you out, cuz always make sure you lining your ducks up in an order to protect yourself, because there is no autonomy in the line to help you. If your car breaks down, you need to make sure you have another car sitting in the garage. As a black man, you are not going to get any help, because people are going to say, you're a man, you're supposed to have your shit together. Everybody else, they'll just toss them a lifesaver. Well, here you go. As a black man, you got to come 20 times stronger. Have that autonomy in your life. And when you at work, have you some extra income coming in. That way, if your job don't act right, you can go get another job. You can have extra money on the side. You got to protect yourself. It is scary out here. And I want black men, as you reach a level of success, to remember that you earned it. Be proud of yourself. Don't let anybody come up and say, man, you wouldn't have did it if it weren't for this. You like, well, your ass wasn't sitting in college with me. Your ass ain't went to basic training with me. Your ass ain't went into these real estate classes like Brother Gray is trying to teach you. You're not sitting there going through these consultations with me to fail and to get this shit right. So who are you to come tell me I didn't earn and deserve it? And, be proud of what you did and then say, hey, this is just one notch under my belt. I'm going to celebrate for a little bit and keep moving forward. One thing I noticed about black men, you cannot let one thing celebrate and live on that the rest of your life. You got to put it down on a check mark and say, go to the next one. I got to go to the next one. I live life as if tomorrow I may lose my job. Never get complacent. Never get complacent. Always say there's more to get. There's more to get. Just as hard as you're working, there's 50 other people working as hard as you.
No, that's a great game. Let me turn the mic. Let me say this, guys. And guys, make sure you like the video. Shout out to Brother Casper, Brother Nick Penn. Good to see you, brothers. Go ahead and drop some knowledge on them, Brother Andre.
Yeah, man, this is probably my last thought. And Nick Penn gets enrolled in my class. So appreciate that, Nick Penn. Appreciate the love, man. No, be selfish up until you could be, I guess, fruitful. So for a lot of us, let's say that we're six figures or close to it or around that area. A lot of our family members probably aren't. So when something goes wrong, we might not have anybody to go to for $2,000 to $5,000 to help us pay the rent. And it's not that they don't want to give it; they probably don't have it. So you have to know when to give a bunch and when to hold off for your rainy day. Because I know I have a few people who can help, who can hold me down, but it ain't like a ton. It ain't like a ton. So we have to be very, very careful about how we're distributing the money that we have on deck, because rainy days are coming. And I lived through the last recession in 2008. So I've seen, I was 24, 25, making really good money. And then definitely the money dropped. I was like, oh shoot, like this is crazy. So save your money, invest wisely. And even if your account is chunky, you still might not have it for a while. You still might not have it to go out for a while. I'm actually kind of enjoying this quarantine because I've saved a bunch of bread. I saved a bunch of bread. I'm gonna go buy another house in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, man, stack your chips, guys, and believe in your damn selves. Believe in yourself. And O'Shea, man, shout out to you for bringing this content. I have noticed that you have more of this content on the channel, man. So,
well, that's the Dr. D show. Like I said, brother, you got it, brother Andre. We I know you got some ideas, brother. I'm running these all day now, so we didn't change the new direction. I'm gonna get my nigga shit going back on the other channel. I'm leaving too much money on the table with my nigga content over there. You know, I got to get back over there and get that money too.
That's and our numbers are going up over here too. Before we used to be like 150, 200. Now we got 300 to 500 people come check it out. That's what's up.
And what I want to do is I want to make a business. I got to see how niggas act, because right now I have a testing for. I have this Facebook group going on, but I am going to make like a on my site where it can get reported, like more like a community business kind of chat thing, or a posting, something like a LinkedIn for black men, something like that on the Negro Manosphere. So I'm thinking about moving something like that there. Instead of putting it on Facebook where I kind of monitor it a little bit better. But shout out to Lumano, man, brother, anti-gravity. But definitely I want to thank the genius for this content, which it was too late for Gabe A. Brother Dr. D, right? He brought this topic tonight, and it was great. And I mean, did a really good job. Andre has a lot of Andre Hatchett is actually a very, very good content creator. People just don't know that. But outside of just his own business content, man, Andre Hatchett, if he had like a channel that was more just in general, not business focused, I mean, he would have a whole lot of subscribers. Like, because his content, you'd be surprised, guys can call. I call it offensive coordinating. You know, so.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I get the ideas, and then I funnel the ideas to you. So it's working.
You don't want to give me that CJ King. You the one that showed me that before anybody else talked about it.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me do this real quick, okay? All right, guys. I want to address one thing. Let me address one thing real quick. Some of you guys are in my Facebook group, okay? Let me hold on one second. Let me talk about this. This is important. I do have a Facebook group, right? And I want to kind of talk about this real quick, because some guys are a little bit confused on the group. So this is the group. Now I'm gonna tell you why it happened. Okay, let me just do this. I'm gonna bring Brother Ali back real quick. I was pushing people to go to our Facebook page and like our page, and what ended up happening is we ended up getting 200 people requesting for a group I created like a year ago. It wasn't active. Nobody was really posting in there, but at the same time, it was like 250 guys. So what happened is, because I'm so busy on YouTube, I can't manage the Facebook group like that. And guys that are, let's say that's coming from YouTube, moderating on YouTube and running a Facebook group are two different beasts. I used to be one of the biggest black Facebook group creators in America. I used to have Planet O'Shea, 500,000 people. I had groups with collabs. I had 1 million people in them. So I brought back some people that know how to run these groups and that like to still do this, but they're not on YouTube. The situation is that we had added a lot of women, because I didn't want it to be like, okay, a red pill group where it's just a whole bunch of niggas in there and it dies, because we tried that for a year and nobody participated. So I started adding women in there. Women started posting. And then what ended up happening was you started getting all these niggas roasting the chicks, and it was like that. So now the group has gotten flagged twice in like the first 2 weeks, okay? So here's what this is about. If you come to the Negro Manosphere group, you can't roast people. This is not that kind of group for this content. Is more like a players group. You can interact with ladies there and stuff like that, right? Because on Facebook, you can't roast women. You can't talk shit about women and shit like that. It's worse than YouTube. They'll immediately flag you, right? And the group comes down. If you're a guy and you want to participate in a group that has more women than men, okay, this is a group for you. I can make groups that are specifically red pill, groups that are specifically about business. But I wanted to try something a little bit different because when I had all guys in the group, nobody was participating. Okay, so but if already there's guys in there, you had at first we had chicks that was posting twerk videos, and then you niggas fucked it up. So if you come in this group, it's that's what we're doing. Okay, so here's what you do. It's a good group. It's fun. It gives you something to do 24 hours a day. Women being added all the time. You can holler. There's my Facebook page, facebook.com/Negro Manosphere. Come and follow and like my page, right? And then what you can do is you can request to join the group. We have like 1,100 people in there. All right. So there's no need for you niggas to be childish. If you don't want to interact with the ladies or whatever, you don't have to. Just don't go. But if you come in there talking shit about just, you can't do that in a Facebook group because they're going to ban you. It's going to get reported. We've already been reported twice in like 10 days. So if you want to come in a group like that, then request to join the group directly. I'll put the link there. All of you can come in there. I don't care, but just know what's going on here. Or I don't want to hear no shit about, this, that, and the other. But it's a fun group. It's, a lot of chicks in there, chicks you don't know, admins you don't know. So, people just getting to know each other or whatever. And, like I said, you might be able to get you something popping in there, player. But let me just do this. If you want to join the group directly, there is the link right here. The link right there directly is that link. So that's the link. You click that link, I can approve you. And so, all right, go ahead, Brother Ali.
Man, I don't know what happened. I guess disagreeing with these dark-skinned activists got me booted off StreamYard. I don't know what happened.
Shit.
But I'm not exactly sure where we left off because I had to restart my phone. But again, I'm just gonna just reiterate the point that brothers, make sure you have the right intentions when you are planning to give, and if you don't plan to give, make yourself as least accessible as possible, because if people can't get a hold of you, then they can't ask for money. I'll just leave it at that.
Hello. All right. Okay, cool. Anybody else?
Damn, man, we got almost 300 people in here, 12, 15 in the morning.
These niggas waiting on that. Where O'Shea and them at?
Well,
I like Ali at.
Well, one of my things is I always use football analogies. I think about, man, O'Shea, you talk about topics, man. I be thinking about 400 or 500 topics to send your way every day, but I just keep it to my damn self.
I know. You be like, brother, we gonna do the show tonight, brother. I'm like, damn, let me hurry up and do it. So yeah, you had a good one, man. I didn't know how this one was gonna do. I was like, that might be hit or miss. It was a hit, brother.
We was catching niggas from drinking that Hennessy, going to get that late night to get that Corona, baby. We saved some lives tonight.
Right.
One of the things is, black man, what I like, since we all like football, black man, you're the quarterback. Remember, if you were talking about Tom Brady earlier. In life, with success or anything, you're going to have to stand in the pocket. You know your ass going to get hit, and you got to deliver that football. That's the same thing with dealing with your family. You got to say no to them. You're going to have to say no to friends. You're going to stand in the pocket. It's going to feel bad to say no. I'm the king of saying no. I don't mind telling you no, because I think about it. I was saying this earlier. If something goes down on my end, I have nobody to run to. And it is sad, because who can you run to ask for $1,500 if a bill or something is late? Most of the people you talk to will say, I thought you was balling because you need $1,500. And then once they know that, they're gonna spread bad everywhere on you. So they're gonna say, well, that nigga up there thought he was balling, man. He don't know how to even manage his damn money. And you know how Negroes talk, man. And it's just like gasoline on a fire. So just be careful about, stuff. Just make sure you're making the right choices with your money, the way you don't have to do that. Just be tight with your money. But also remember, You work hard, they're gonna be vultures, they're gonna be women, they're gonna be men, they're gonna be all types of people. You don't want people to see you as a fresh meal, like, oh man, we could eat this dude up, we could get anything from him. Don't be nice like that. Be, like somebody was saying in one of the messages, have that game the way they won't even ask you for it. Because some people will be like, I ain't calling O'Shea to ask for the money, man. I ain't about to go through all that. And it'll deter a lot of people to like, man, that nigga gonna question me more than, man, the plaintiff questioning somebody in the courtroom. I ain't about to go through all that. So they're gonna say, I'm not about to even ask for money. And most people gonna say, even if they were to come to you, they're going to say, he gonna ask me why I need money, what I've been doing with my money, and all other types of issues. So one of the biggest things is, black man, you can decide to help people. I know my stance on things. I know it can go from $20, somebody asking you for 20 to 20,000 about 10 years if you're making money, because it always starts off small. Oh, and this is another thing. Don't let your family member start the bar shit. It goes from a hairbrush to shoes to your car to all other types of shit. Because your family members will get you. And even if you go to Coach Ali probably could tell you this, since him and his wife do counseling, they tell the family members that's one of the things that mess up a family. Borrowing, when you marry somebody, you put both families together, but they will tell you, you don't lend shit out your household because that's where the problems start. Somebody family member need a car. Somebody family member need $500. Well, the first thing they're gonna say, they loan me $500. Well, you go ask them for $500, and then it comes a game to say we don't even need the money. We're gonna pimp them and get $500 a piece for them. We're gonna get us $1,000 because you have people in a marriage or relationship won't tell their loaning family members money until somebody run up on you and say, "Hey man, here go the $500 you loan me." And then your significant other was like, "When did you loan them $500? I thought we said we weren't loaning money." Now you got a problem with your spouse. So it's all kinds of problems that happen. So my advice, I don't loan money out to people. I've been stopped doing that because I've loaned family members money and I didn't even ask for it back. I know I wasn't gonna get it back. And I just said, I'm enabling them to be even worse. So don't come ask me for money. It's different if it's different as if a family member, somebody in college and say, hey, I need money to buy my books. That's different. But when you out here working every day and you ain't got, and your money, you can't even tell me where your money went, we got serious problems. Because tricking on hoes make you go broke or faster than anything in this world.
Man, shout out to Brother Turf, just getting off work. Yeah, y'all about to get work this season on the Chiefs, player. Thank you, Brother Nick, and guys. So this is what we're trying to do, man. Like me, I'm trying to keep niggas. I know coronavirus pandemic is crazy. Me and Brother Nicholas, I have forgot my brother. I just seen somebody do a gaming tournament. So we're trying to do a lot of different things. I forgot. So the reason why I did the Facebook is because Facebook is 24 hours. A lot of you niggas on Facebook all the time. So I'm trying to put that together. Help me help you, okay? I'm not asking you niggas for no money. Just don't get my shit shut down, okay? Listen, the admins is over there, my old admins. They working their ass off, keeping the group popping. They adding women. They doing all this shit. Let us entertain you niggas for free, okay? Don't fuck the shit up, all right? You can come on here and get this game. You can meet a network. You can log right back off and take your ass to Facebook and get in the group and see a twerk show. Just stop. You niggas stop. All right? Goddamn. I'm trying to give you niggas more entertainment across platforms. You niggas gotta help me help you.
Like Freddy Krueger say, help yourself, fucker.
Yeah, man. You niggas, just look. Then I'm trying to, help you niggas get it together, man. I'm trying to entertain you niggas. There's nobody that puts into all this entertainment like me. You know what I mean? From the content to the group. Look, come on, man. Just stop tripping. A lot of you niggas, man. Oh, man, you niggas ain't got not one player gene in you, man. Just niggas. Oh, my goodness. I know you niggas ain't. So listen, man, y'all just stop fucking it up, okay? I'm trying to, keep you niggas highly entertained and engaged right now across platforms. Let me do what I'm doing. Exactly. My brother Ant James in there. He know what I'm talking. Shout out to Ant James. He in there. You niggas is arguing with the... We had about 13 twerk videos the first day. Then here come the niggas, man. Oh man, come argue on YouTube, on the comment section, ain't no women there. Don't be arguing. You messing up my visions. Damn, man. Lazy ass. You fucking it up for everybody. Niggas making everybody coochie dry and shit. All right. So let me just say this. Niggas, do me a favor. Go like my Facebook post and then join my group, because you can't get in my group without liking my post. Press 1 if you need to get the page, my page, negromanosphere.facebook.com. Again, I'm gonna take it. Listen to what I'm saying. By the end of the year, it's gonna be 300,000. I'm gonna take it there. But you niggas gotta stop tripping. So if you need my it's facebook.com/negromanosphere. Go like my motherfucking group page and shit, and then join the group, and then add some women into the motherfucking group. Don't just be in there. Add some hoes in that motherfucker. Y'all niggas know y'all want to get somebody pregnant. But anyways, any last things you guys want to say?
Actually, O'Shea, it's funny. Dr. D mentioned the be careful about what you loan out. And that's exactly why I bought my car. That's a stick shift, because when people ask for, you said what?
Because niggas can't drive a stick.
Exactly. Facts. They're like, can I borrow your car? Could you drive a stick? Nope. There you go.
I never thought about that.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
And I'm in Detroit, so niggas start stealing cars. You break the window and you see, it ain't an automatic. You ain't getting very far. So, I bought that car just for that reason.
Damn,
that's a good one to buy you a 2-seater.
Yeah,
you said what?
I can't drive no stick. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. If you learn, trust me, it's one of those things where, no one can ask you to loan it out, because ain't nobody gonna be able to drive it. Same thing with brothers with trucks. If you can find a truck that's a stick shift, get you a truck that's a stick shift, because when niggas start moving, they always start calling you.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Damn, I need to learn how to drive a stick, nigga. So you niggas can drive my.
Is he? Well, you need to learn it. I learned how to drive a stick from being on a farm, but you have to learn in something like a Honda that doesn't have much torque on the flywheel. Something like a Mustang or a Camaro. When you come off the clutch, that car is going. You always learn how to drive a stick in something like a Honda or Escort, something that doesn't have that much torque on the car.
Yep.
Because a Camaro or a 5.0 Mustang or these SS Camaros or these Jets, when you come off the clutch, that car is going.
You out of there.
It's fun to learn how to drive it too, but like a hilly area like close to here, like the interstate is fun to drive it on, but like Coach Ali saying, not many young people know how to drive sticks. And I tell all men, you need to learn how to drive a stick, because it's actually, the car is cheaper. AOD transmission, which stands for automatic overdrive, the car is actually cheaper with a stick shift.
Wow, I didn't see. Learn something new every day. Learn something new every day. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, gotta get on it.
So, man, all right. So, like I said, learn something new. Learn something new, player. Let me do this. Shout out to brother Cut to the Chase. Hey, man. Yeah, red pill dudes be running. I mean, it's okay to be red pill, man. But some of you niggas hate women, man. And like I said, it's popping in there. I try to make it fun, but y'all gotta understand, the people that's on Facebook running my group, they don't know nothing about the YouTube stuff, so they just trying to go by the Facebook rules and what works on Facebook. But you niggas can't go to Facebook talking like you do in my YouTube comment section, and the reason why is you're gonna get flagged. Like, Facebook is way more sensitive than YouTube, right? And you get the group shut down. So just remember that, like, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, man, thank you, brother, so much. Shout out to everybody. Come in and join the group. We have to have a good time, man. Let's sit back and chat and meet some chicks from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Brother Nicholas, he in there. And so once I, get everybody trained on how to moderate a Facebook group, I'm gonna bring on all the mods to admin. But some of y'all gotta know how Facebook, you know what I'm saying, how it works. But guys, see you over there. Thank you, brothers, for the great show. Thank you, brother Ali. Thank you, brother Dr. D.
You're
you
welcome.
guys, man. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow
All
if you guys are free.
All right.
As always.
All right.
Hotep, Allah, Shazabay.